Good morning, students. Welcome to Geo class. Today we will start chapter number 3, that is drainage system, from book number 2, India Physical Environment. So we have skipped chapter number 2. Why? Because it is deleted from our this year's syllabus by the CBSE. First, we will try to complete all the syllabus mentioned by CBSE for this year. If time permits, I will also give you the brief about the deleted chapters. Let's start with this chapter, that is drainage system. So let's see what we are going to read or learn from this chapter. First, what are the subtopics? Like what is drainage? What is drainage system? What are the different factors which affects the drainage system of a river? Then drainage pattern. Different rivers make different drainage pattern like dendritic, radial, centripetal. We will see that in detail. Indian drainage system. So Indian drainage system is also divided into three parts. How and what factors that we will see. At the last, we will discuss the origin of almost all the Himalayan rivers, Himalayan drainage like Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, and we will also see the peninsular drainage system with the rivers like Mahanadi, Kaveri, Narmada, Krishna, every river in detail. So let's start with drainage system. When we talk about drainage system, what does drainage system means to us? Yes, this is the chapter number 3, drainage. Drainage system. Now, what is drainage? So basically, when we talk about drainage, so drainage is a flow of water through a well-defined channel. Suppose this is the flow of water in this direction, which started from here, and some other water connection have joined them. So the flow of water in a well-defined pattern is called as drainage. So you have seen that during the rainy seasons, the nalas, the channels, even the channels which you see near to the agriculture land. So there is a well-defined channel in which the waters flow. That well-defined channel is called as drainage. Now, what is then drainage system? This is the chapter about the drainage system. So what is drainage system? So network of such channel is called as the drainage system. Suppose this is the river which is flowing and some other small rivers are joining this rivers and adding more waters, ultimately leading to the sea. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C river joining the network of, so this ABC and you can say D and E, this all well defined channels or drainage are forming a network. So when we are talking about network, then the network of such channel is called as the drainage system. Like Ganga is a river, it has a drainage system. Why? Because many rivers in the form of tributaries join Ganga. Okay, So we will see that in detail with the help of this diagram about the India major rivers. Before coming to that, let's just see drainage. We know that the drainage system. So what are those factors? Are there any factors which affect the drainage system of any river? Yes. So the factors which affects the drainage system first is called geological time scale. So what is geological time scale? Means it is the time period on which the river first started flowing from one place, and with the time period it make that channel permanent and continue flowing in that pattern. Now, second point is the nature and the structure of the rock. What is nature and the structure of the rock? Suppose this is a rock, big rock in a combination of soft rock and hard rock. Now, how nature and the structure of the rock is one of the factors for drainage system. Like if a river is flowing from this direction, it will corrode the soft rock and it will flow through this rock to move in further direction. Hard rocks are not dissolved by this pressure and the river have to change its path, and the river, why river change its path is also due to the nature and the structure of the rocks. So if soft rock is there, then the river can move easily through that, but if there is a hard rock system of the land, the plain on which the river is moving, then the river have to change its path, and one of the reason is the rocks why they change their path. Now the third factor is called as the topography. What is topography? Basically, topography means the arrangement of natural and artificial physical features of an area. Arrangements of natural as well as the artificial physical features of that area. Suppose if that area have some mountains, have some hills, have some plain terrain, have lakes, valleys, or you can say have a township or a town near to that. So all these physical features affects the river flow system. Naturally, the river will come fast from the mountains, and if that area is already habited by the townships, there are many possibility that the rivers have different channels from which that will flow. Okay. Fourth option is slope. What is slope? Suppose this is the hill. Now, if river originates from here, so what the gravity, the laws says that due to the slope means ढलान, the river will try to move downwards. There is no possibility that this river can go upwards. Okay, because gravity plays its role and it pulls the rivers downwards from the slopes. So slopes are the reasons why the rivers move from the mountain areas to the plain areas. You see Ganga, they originate from the mountains. Indus, Brahmaputra, they all originate from the Himalayas. Himalayas are the mountains. From there with the help of the slope, it start flowing downwards to the plains in the Ganga in UP Bihar region. So that is the reason slope, ढलान, is also one of the reason for ड्रेनेज सिस्टम, उसी की वजह से ड्रेनेज सिस्टम रिवर का वैसा बनता है. Fifth and the last point, very important, is the amount of water flowing. This chapter is very much important and you will easily relate with today's scenario. You will see that Bihar, Assam is currently facing the problems of floods. Now, how this flood comes? Due to the more amount of water added to the channel of rivers like Brahmaputra and Ganga. Channel could not hold that water and that outflow into the plains causing floods. So amount of water flowing, if the amount of water flowing is more, the channel will be deep, the channel will be more broad as compared to the other channels. So amount of water play an important role in the drainage system. So if this is the river and the amount of water is increasing year by year, then there will be a chances that this river channel will be become more broader. The width of this channel will increase and affecting the drainage system of that area. I hope it is clear to you this which we have seen till now. Also, let's come back to figure number 1. When we talk about a river, yes, a river, suppose it originates from one point, that point is called as river source. This river source flow down with the help of the slope and it is joined by tributaries. What is tributaries? A river flowing into a larger river or a lake. A river flowing into the larger river. For example, here you can see that main river is Ganga and Yamuna is the tributary of Ganga. Gomati is the tributary of Ganga. Big river is Indus. Its tributary is Satluj, Ravi. So the river flowing into the larger river is called as the tributaries. So this is the upper course in which the tributaries meet. Second is the middle course when river comes to the plain areas and the main river formed. Third is the river at the mouth lower course when it meets to the sea and system this system is called as the drainage basin. If you see this is the drainage basin of river. Now one topic is left here, that what is watershed. Then what is watershed? So watershed is a boundary line. So this is, you can say this is the boundary line which separate one drainage basins to the another. So this is one drainage basin. There could be on another drainage basin this side. So which separates one rivers from one drainage basins to the another is called as the watersheds. I hope it is clear to you what is watersheds. Okay, so this was about the what is drainage system, drainage, drainage system, their factors affecting the drainage system, and the some of the features, some of the topics related to the drainage basin of a river. Next topic in this chapter is the types of pattern. drainage pattern made by the river. So what is the drainage pattern? You will see that some rivers while flowing form this kind of structure. This is from where it started flowing, and its tributaries are meeting the bigger river, and they are ultimately leading to a sea, drain out to the sea. So a pattern resembling the branches of trees. So this look like the branches of trees. So the system which is forming the pattern formed by the rivers resembling the branches of trees are called as dendritic pattern. Yes, so this pattern is called as the dendritic pattern. Okay, so this is dendritic pattern. One of the example, Ganga River. So Ganga River is forming this dendritic pattern. Second, you will see that there is one source of water for the river. There is one source of water, source of rivers, and from that source, many rivers outflow originates. So this is the, you can say, the river originate from a hill and flow in all directions. This is the source of rivers, and other rivers flow from this pattern. This pattern is called as the radial pattern. This pattern is called as radial pattern. And Son River, the example of this is the Son River, SON, which basically originates from the Amargantak ranges of MP. So here you will see the second is radial. Now third is trellis. What is trellis? So when the primary tributaries of rivers flow parallel to each other and secondary tributaries joint at right angle. So this is suppose 90-degree. If this is the main river and the tributaries meet the river at the right angle, then that system, that pattern of forming the drainage is called as trellis. That is called as trellis, and Brahmaputra is the example of this kind of patterns. जितनी भी rivers हैं वो different patterns बनाती हैं. Dendritic, radial, trellis. Now, opposite to the radial is one more thing, that many rivers coming from originated from different source drain out at a single source. They come and drain out to a lake or in a sea. So the difference between here is the centripetal means when the river drainage their waters from all directions in a lake or a depressions. So suppose these four rivers drain out at a single place in a depression, suppose lake or a sea, is called as the centripetal centripetal pattern of drainage. Loktak Lake. Loktak Lake in Manipur. Loktak Lake in Manipur is the example of centripetal forces. Centripetal drainage pattern. Okay. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you so much. We will continue from here.